kid, he played high school baseball at Maryville High. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Tall guy.
I think I know who that is, but I'm not.
He went on and he was quarterback at Carson Newman, and actually played pro ball in Sweden or somewhere. And turn it down. One, two, one. Turn it.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to MCScots.com's broadcast of tonight's ball game here at Maryville College, as your Maryville College Scots at 5-2 face the Brevard Tornadoes at 2-5. First home game of the season for Maryville College. And Scott, it's good to be back.
Oh yeah, definitely, Heath. I'm very excited about seeing what Coach Trevelyan's team is going to do today. Returning a lot of players from last year. Looking forward to a really great season here.
Well, now starting the ball game, Brevard with the basketball as they get it down low. And they will continue to move the ball around, trying to get inside the paint, but good defense by Maryville. And they'll continue to move it, get it back to the outside, and a three-pointer shot by Shakira Thompson. No good, and rebounded by the Scots.
Good big play by Maryville right there. Great defense and keeping them away from any inside game.
Get it to Claire Varney on the outside, and Varney drives, goes up, and is fouled.
Good move by Claire. She is already having a great season so far. Also named last week's USA South Player of the Week.
Yeah, Varney averaging 16 points a game. Goes up, and first free throw, no good. Second free throw in, and the first point of the game. 9:19 here in the first quarter. Maryville 1, Brevard 0. Inside drive for Brevard, and looks like they were trying to pass around the defense. No one there, out of bounds, and now in the hands of the Scots. And here comes Livy Gardner bringing it across half court. Gardner to Eckenrod, now to Varney up top for three. No good. A battle down low, and Maryville gets it. They get it back out and move it around. They'll get it inside, but just a tad too high there for Eckenrod. Ball will go out of bounds, and now Tornado basketball.
Yeah, Joseph trying to get the ball inside. Just a little too much mustard and height on that one. Definitely had a great idea for it, but just overshot the receiver there.
So now Brevard with the ball, and they'll get it on the left side of the wing and try to drive it inside again. Great defense keeping Brevard on the outside, making them shoot the three ball so far. But a good rebound there as they get inside. They'll get it to number 21. She kicks it out. Pump fake. Moving the ball around, and a three-pointer is up. No good. Out of bounds, and it'll be Scots basketball.
So far, good play from Maryville, Heath. As Holland Gerald and Courtney Carruthers enter the game, Heath, Carruthers is having a really good start to her season as well.
Now the ball back to the Tornadoes. Still a 1-0 ball game. With 8 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. As Martin has the ball, and it's going to be a walk on the Tornadoes back to Maryville College. And bringing the ball down court is Courtney Carruthers, the 5'5" freshman guard from Maryville High School. Carruthers having a great season so far. Has been really a bright spot in this freshman class, Scott, as Carruthers so far for the season has really been lighting things up. I think she's been kind of a surprise for this team, and they're certainly welcoming her with open arms.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Putting up some really good numbers and giving Varney someone else to assist. Good move by Maryville there. We're able to call a travel off of Brevard, and Maryville returns back down court with the ball.
And Carruthers will move it around to Eckenrod on the right wing. Now back up top to Carruthers. She's going to bring it to the left side and continuing to move around as Eckenrod trying to get open, trying to move the basketball. They try to get it inside to Holland Geralds, but it's intercepted by Brevard. And here comes the Tornadoes. Martin with the ball at the top of the key. She'll move it over to Deja Reddick. now in the hands of Shakira Thompson at the top, trying to get it inside, and she's successful with it. They kick it back out. Good defense by Carruthers, and going up with the basket, and no good is Martin. Martin wanted a foul there, but it looks like he's going to say there was a walk, and so it'll be back in the hands of the Scots, and Carruthers will bring it down court.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Heath. And when you take about 3 steps before you get fouled, you're usually going to lose that battle.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Carruthers for 3. No good. And rebounded by Deja Reddick. She'll give it to Martin, and Martin will bring it down. We've got a few Scots coming over to the scorer's table, getting ready to check in. We've got a little over 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter, still 1-0, and that has not changed as that three-pointer is up and no good. Rebounded by Geralds, and Geralds trying to get out of that ferocious defense, but they're going to say she stepped out of bounds, and Brevard will get the basketball under their goal.
Yeah, good defense by Brevard in trapping her against the line, but we have Libby Gardner, Kelly Wandale, and Shelby Hicks now entering the game for Maryville.
So a few substitutions in the game, and also a substitution in for Brevard. I'm not getting that number at this point, but I'll see in a minute. So it's actually 32 in the game. Carly Bowling in for the Tornadoes, and Tornadoes still trying to shoot the 3 ball, not having much success, but they will down low as recently coming into the game, Carly Bowling with a nice little turnaround, one-hander, and the basket's good, and the Tornadoes have taken the lead. Turnover by the Scots. Brevard back with the basketball. They'll get into the hands of Martin. Martin almost loses it. She'll have to pick up her dribble, and coach for Brevard will call a timeout. Smart play by the coach there, as it looks like Martin had nowhere to go.
30-second timeout taken by Brevard College.
And we'll take a timeout with them, Scott. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to action as Brevard now with the basketball and up with the shot and no good, and rebounded by Maryville. They'll get it over to Claire Varney. Varney gets it back to Gardner. Gardner now to Carruthers on the right wing. Trying to get space inside is Wandale, but Wandale having no luck, so they're going to continue to move it around the top of the key. Gardner's going to take a 3 ball. No good, but rebounded by Shelby Hicks. Coach Trevelyan calling out the play to the team, and they're going to swing the ball around and get it inside to Wandale, but it's intercepted. Intercepted by Martin, and Martin on the breakaway goes up. No good, but rebounded quickly by Brevard. A good follow there by number 15. That is Brenna Ware. Basket up and good, and it's now a 4-1 lead for the Tornadoes. And the ball stolen again.
Libby as it's stolen, and an easy bucket right there.
Yeah, good read there defensively by number 13, Destiny Williams. It's a 6-1 lead for Brevard. Libby drives inside, goes up, no good, and rebounded by Brevard. Scott, looks like they're just trying to rush things a little bit here.
Yeah, just a little bit, but also a lot of our post players are getting apparently caught off guard. I don't know how many passes we've seen already that have passed them, where they'll like they're not looking for the pass, they're expecting the guard to shoot, and then the ball goes right by their head.
So just a little miscommunication early on. Again, a good start to the season for Maryville College as they are 5-2, coming off a loss in the Pat Deacon Classic and the championship ball game. They're in a really good ball game. Kind of lost steam in the second half that unfortunately caused them to lose that ball game. But overall, they have had a really good season to start, looking to get their home opener win as well, as they'll move the ball down the court, try to kick it out. And it looks like there's going to be a foul down low.
Oh, yeah, and Heath, just a quick update, too. Abbey Joseph has entered the game back in for Wandale.
Foul by Brevard was by number 13, Destiny Williams. That's her first, team second, as they get the ball inside to Hicks. Hicks goes up with it. It bounces off the side of the goal and goes out of bounds. And Brevard back with the basketball. So bringing the ball down the court for the Tornadoes, number 11, Melvia Seymour. Seymour, a 5'8 sophomore guard from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, she got caught right there, kind of going back and forth, but she palmed the ball. Came up and under the ball and tried to dribble again with it. Referee saw that, said, nope, can't do that.
Yeah, a lot of sloppiness early on in this ball game. See if both teams can clean some things up here as Carruthers looking for someone, doesn't see anyone, then finally is able to get it down low. Nice spin move, up and under, and going up with the shot, number 14, Abbey Joseph, and Joseph is fouled.
The foul is on Brevard, number 22, Victoria Green.
Right, Hathan, that foul was on Victoria Green. That'll actually be her first for the game so far, because I'm predicting more for her.
First free throw up and good for Joseph, and Maryville finally back on the board now with their second point of the ball game.
Right. Just probably be better if we quit scoring just here.
They'll get it going, and Joseph does right there, and now it's a 3-6 deficit for Maryville College as Brevard with the basketball and Williams on the right side with the ball. She's going to get it inside, but just a little too much in front of number 22, Victoria Green, and the ball will go back in the hands of Maryville.
Seems both teams have, I guess, eaten their Wheaties today because they're putting a lot of extra muscle on that ball today. So
yeah, a little too much sauce for both teams right now as Varney stops, turns, hands it to Carruthers. Carruthers trying to get around her defender. She does. She goes up and blocked, but they're going to say she was fouled.
The foul is on Brevard, number 11, Melvia Seymour. It's her first, 4 on the team.
And hate that foul was on number 11, Seymour. That'll be her first.
Basket up and good. Second free throw good as well, and now a 1-point ball game. A game a moment ago that was 6-1. Maryville now 2 opportunities at the charity strike, and they've gotten their way back into this ball game, closing the gap. And now Brevard trying to find an answer. And again, another turnover as Brevard overthrows the post player Williams. Ball goes out of bounds, and Maryville College with the ball as Hicks inbounds it to Claire Varney, and Varney now crosses half court. Varney will take it inside. Ooh, a nice pass to Joseph. She pulls the defender away and is able to split the seam and get Joseph for a nice basket.
Yeah, Hathan, at 2:55 in the game, it's actually the first field goal scored by Maryville tonight.
Good stat there. We're going to try to get the ball inside to Lockwood. Lockwood trying to back down Joseph, goes up with the one-hander, no good. Here comes the Scots. Fast break opportunity. Varney goes up with the shot, no good, but she's fouled.
The foul is on Brevard, number 32, Avery Lockwood. Her first, 5 on the team.
That'll be the first foul for Lockwood, 5th on the team, and now 2 substitutions in the game. As coming in for Maryville, number 3, Libby Gardner, and coming in for Brevard is number 20, Deja Reddick, back into the game. First free throw up and good for Varney. Second free throw good as well, and Scott's starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm here as they are now on an 8-0 run.
I can say that first start for Maryville, tribute that a little bit. First game at home, a little jitters and nerves in front of the hometown crowd.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Maryville trying to push the tempo and get down the court quickly. They'll get it outside to Joseph. Now to Gardner. Gardner, pump fake, drive, up. No good. And rebounded by the Tornadoes. Intercepted by Carruthers. And here comes Maryville. Carruthers, 3-ball. No good. Rebounded by Eckenrod. Now inbounding the ball is Maryville, and trying to get the ball inbounded is Gardner to Eckenrod, but there to break up the pass was Victoria Green.
Yeah, they caught something on 24, but
yeah, I wasn't sure if it was an injury or what, but
or if maybe there was a shot clock issue or something.
That's probably what it was, shot clock issue, and gave the coach an opportunity to get someone in the ball game. Abbey Joseph drives, sees nothing, spinning around, looking for an open player, gets it to Varney. Varney, dribble, drive, no good, tries to get the rebound, but no luck, as Brevard now with the ball. Martin will take the ball, and she'll bring it across half court for the Tornadoes. 9-6 ball game. Maryville leads with 1:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Elena Perez gets the ball over to Green. Green gets it back up top to Lockwood. Lockwood's going to take a three. Good shot, but no good. And rebounded by Varney. Varney's going to take it. She's going to try to get it outside to Joseph, but Green was there. And Green, unfortunately, takes the basketball with her the wrong direction, out of bounds.
Yeah, good eyes. Trying to pass the ball off to the side. Unfortunately, did not see the Brevard player flying down the court beside her. Good thought, though.
We're now under a minute to play, and Martin with the ball for Brevard. She'll move it over to Green on the left wing. Green will drive, bring it back out. She's going to get it inside to Lockwood. And Scott, that was just too easy, as Lockwood was able to kind of push off Joseph enough to be open down low, and Carruthers just not able to guard Lockwood, who's got quite a bit of a height advantage there, a 5-inch difference.
Oh, yeah, very good player as well.
Excuse me, a 7-inch difference. All right, we're now 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter as Maryville, with the shot clock off, looks to take the last shot of the first. Varney drives, goes up. Was looking to draw a foul there, but it looks like they're going to call a charge.
Yeah, blocked. I couldn't really see if the player was set, but the referee apparently thought she was. So, challenge it. She walked. Yeah, Brevard trying to roll the ball down the court as far as you can and then pick it up and get the clock rolling. And as soon as Carruthers started to challenge her, she stutter stepped and turned it over.
I can't pick it up, start rolling it again. So Abbey Joseph to inbound for Maryville. She'll get it inside, but it's intercepted, and time will expire here in the first quarter. Your score after 1, Maryville 9, Brevard 8. We'll be back. You're listening to MCScots.com. Welcome back to MCScots.com's broadcast of tonight's home opener as Maryville College leads 9-8. So far, your leading scorers for the Scots are Abbey Joseph with 4 points and Claire Varney with 3 for the Tornadoes. Your leading scorers, trying to get that information up for you here, Avery Lockwood with 4, and then Destiny Williams and Brianna Ware both with 2. A slow start for the Scots, but they started getting things going midway through the first quarter, and that has led to their lead right now. So getting things underway now as Libby Gardner with the basketball for Maryville. She'll get it over to Carruthers, who will take the three ball. Up, no good, but rebounded by Eckenrod. Great job by Eckenrod getting inside and coming down with that basketball. And Gardner now on the right wing will get it back to Carruthers. Carruthers loses it off her foot, and Brevard now on the fast break.
And a reach-in on Carruthers as she tried to knock the ball out. So they're going to give 2 shots for Brevard.
Yeah, and a nice shot there with the opposite hand by Deja Reddick, up and good, and an and one opportunity now for Reddick. Free throw no good, but rebounded by the Tornadoes. Martin for 3, no good. It looks like they're saying maybe it hit the top of the goal.
Maybe, or it may have hit the wire coming across. Either way, it's Maryville's ball.
Yeah, it will result in Maryville getting the basketball. So Carruthers now with the ball on the right wing. She's trying to fit it inside to Gerald, but it's got just too much traffic in there to try to do something like that. And Reddick walks. Maryville back with the ball, and coming into the basketball game is another substitution for the Scots.
Oh yeah, Heath, and that will be Claire Varney coming in for Carruthers.
Varney, a junior guard, standing at 5'9", from Cumberland County High School in Crossville, Tennessee. They'll get the ball to Varney. Varney up, no good, almost gets her own rebound, but instead taken away by Krista Davis. Davis gets it to Martin, and Martin comes across half court. Driving inside is Reddick. Reddick up. Good. Nice job slicing through the defense by Reddick and coming up with an easy basket on the inside. And just like that, Brevard back with the lead. It is 12-9. Brevard, 3-ball up. No good, but rebounded by Libby Gardner. Gardner up top to Varney. Varney to Gardner. Gardner pump fakes. Looks inside to Gerald. Gerald loses the handle, and back to Brevard on the fast break.
So Gerald's continually calling for the ball underneath, but just getting manhandled down there so far.
Well, and Scott Deja Reddick right now on fire.
Ethan, Maryville's bringing Abbey Joseph back in, along with Kelly Wandale. Holland coming out along with Eckenrod.
And probably a smart move there. I think Wandale and Joseph give you a little bit more of a physical presence inside. Gerald was having some trouble there with Davis on the inside, which was causing some difficulty being able to kind of post up. They get the ball inside that time to Shelby Hicks. Hicks goes up, and again, just really good defense by Krista Davis. Davis, a senior center, standing at 6 foot from Charlotte, North Carolina, and she's just a force down low.
Yeah, just a little bit of a hard bump on Kelly, though, trying to go up, and I think that caught her off guard, altered her shot.
Moving the ball around up top. Ball will be in the hands of Thompson. Thompson moves it around to Perez. Perez drives, kicks it back to Martin, running down on the shot clock, and Martin not paying attention, and Gardner picks her pocket. But then Gardner loses the ball, and here comes Brevard. Perez with the basketball. We'll give it to Martin. Martin drives, kicks back out to Perez. Perez drives inside, goes up with the shot. No good, but she's fouled.
Yeah, it looked like a good block from here, but the angle that I have, referee standing right in the way, so I couldn't see any secondary players.
Now at the line for Brevard, number 10, Elena Perez. First free throw up and no good. Perez, a 5'9" senior forward from Sofrillis, Florida. Second free throw, no good. And Wandale with the rebound. She'll give it to Varney, and Varney crosses half court. Barney picks up her dribble, gives it over to Gardner. Now to Joseph up top. Joseph's going to take a 3-ball, and good!
Good shot. The first 3 for Maryville, I believe, tonight.
Did not expect that range from Joseph, and what a shot. Good job there by the freshman. And cutting back into that deficit, it's now 14-12. Brevard leads with 6:45 remaining here in the second quarter. Davis will get the ball up top. Now driving on the inside and trying to go up with it and losing the handle, but she's able to recover. She gets it over to Davis. Davis goes in. A good swat defensively. Maryville active with their hands, but just not enough there as Davis is able to recover, spin around, up, and good.
Yeah, she looked like a little bit of a running back. She tucked the ball up underneath her arm. Looked like something I'd seen in one of the Alcoa games recently.
Well, Joseph with the basketball. Joseph looking to see who she can get it to. Almost intercepted, but Wandell recovers. Wandell to Hicks. Hicks goes inside. And they are going to call a foul on Shelby Hicks. Substitutions coming into the ball game is for Maryville. It'll be number 2, Courtney Carruthers, and number 22, Elsa Eckenrod back in the game.
Yeah, and for Brevard, Deja Riddick and Avery Lockwood.
Reddick's had the hot hand of late, so certainly one to keep an eye out for if you're Maryville College. As Reddick goes for the 3-ball there, and Scott right on cue. Reddick makes a 3.
Oh, yeah.
So it's now a 7-point lead for Brevard. Carruthers with the ball. Wandell trying to post up inside, but nothing doing, so they're going to kick it out to Varney. Varney for 3. They're going to say she was actually inside the line, so it'll be 2 points. 19-14, Brevard leads with 5.5 minutes left in the second, and another 3-ball for Brevard is up. No good, and out of bounds, Maryville College ball. Scott, real quick, a shout out to Brittany Neff. Brittany Neff, good friend of mine, listening into the broadcast. Brittany, a former Maryville College Scott, so it's her. She's an alumni, and she wanted to let us know she was tuning in and enjoying the broadcast. So, Brittany, thanks so much for listening, and we're glad you are. We certainly appreciate the support. Brevard now with the basketball as they cross half court. And Martin with the ball up top, guarded by Carruthers. She's going to get rid of it and give the ball to Destiny Williams. Williams kicks it over to Thompson. Thompson's going to look to drive. Now Martin. And Maryville trying to prevent the inside game, trying to make Brevard continue to shoot from the perimeter. Brevard does so. No good on the 3-ball. And as Eckenrod tries to come down with it, Lockwood tries to swat the ball away, but she will in turn foul Eckenrod.
Right, hey. She definitely swatted a little bit more of Eckenrod than she did the ball on that one. And that, I believe, is Lockwood's second foul. Second foul for the game.
Brevard leads by 5, 4:45 remaining here in the second. Carruthers goes up with the shot. No good. She's fouled.
The foul is on Brevard, number 2, Shakira Thompson. Her first.
Yeah, Shakira Thompson committing her first foul on that one against Carruthers.
Free throw up and good for Carruthers. Second free throw good as well. Now a 3-point ball game. Thompson with the basketball for Brevard as coach shouts out the play to his offense. Seymour with the ball. She'll get it to Martin. We'll try to get it back inside to Seymour and intercepted by Eckenrod. Eckenrod has to pick up her dribble. She'll get it to Varney. Varney to Joseph. Joseph, 3-ball. Count it.
Good, beautiful shot. Gets Maryville tied back up with 4:17 left in the second quarter.
Scott, we've got a 30-second timeout on the court. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Back to action, and Brevard with the ball as Seymour has it on the left wing, guarded by Joseph. They'll try to get it inside to Martin, and Gardner quickly there to defend. But Martin will go up with a shot, and the three-pointer is good. And just like that, Brevard has the lead back. Joseph pump fake. Joseph drive. Joseph up. Good.
Good move. Good move right there.
Abbey Joseph, a 5'11 freshman from William Blount High School, has had herself quite a ball game so far as she's already got up to 10 points. Good defense by Maryville, but then Brevard still able to get the rebound and make the basket. So a 3-point lead for Brevard. They'll kick it over to Joseph. Joseph pumps, gives it to Gardner. Now over to Varney. Varney inside to Eckenrod. Eckenrod pump fakes up and fouled.
Ray Heathen, they're going to call that one on number 13 on that one for Brevard. That is Destiny Williams. Destiny, my apologies. Coach Trevelyan questioning down low from Maryville earlier. It looked like it should have been a charge. They've been calling it on Maryville on the other end, so he's questioning, how come nothing there. Definitely agree with him on that.
Certainly can understand his frustration as it looks like Brevard now getting ready to make a substitution of their own as Krista Davis sits at the scorer's table getting ready to check in.
Yeah, and she'll be replacing Destiny Williams.
First free throw is up and good by Eckenrod. Second one as well. So now a 1-point game. Martin swings the ball around, and they'll get it over to Thompson. Thompson up top. Gets it now in the hands of Martin. Martin tries to get it back inside, and a jumper by number 15 is up and no good, but rebounded by Davis. Davis will fall, and back to a 3-point lead. Again, post presence for Brevard is so strong and has made things difficult inside for Maryville. Carruthers with the ball. Abbey Joseph calling for it, so she'll get it inside to Joseph. Joseph gives it back to Gardner. Gardner kicks. Eckenrod for two. Good.
Good shot. One of the moves that's used to seeing her last year with, and she started really coming out and having some really good games there towards the end of the season last year.
Deja Reddick with the ball. She'll try to get it over to Thompson, but overthrows her, and Maryville College with the ball.
And Carruthers has a sly grin on her face, but I think she knows she touched that with her fingertips.
Gardner with the ball. Gardner tries to drive and then get it to Joseph. Joseph tries to post up Davis. And not a bad shot there by Joseph as she tries to kind of spin around and hit the jumper. It just won't fall. A nice little kind of fadeaway shot there by number 4, Makinda Martin. And Coach Trevelyan giving some advice to his team there as Eckenrod listens, and she banks, nails the three-pointer.
Told you that was a shot we were getting used to seeing at the end of the year last year. Good shot by Elsa.
Got just a little bit over a minute left to go here in the second quarter. See how this first half finishes as Davis goes around, tries to make the shot, and great defense by Joseph, doesn't allow the basket, but coming around and rebounding is Brevard, and no one paying attention as they go up and make the shot. Carruthers up, good.
Good move right there between her and Gardner. Good communication.
Yeah, good response by Maryville as Carruthers kind of slips through the back door, no one paying attention, and she's able to make the shot. So back to a 30-all ball game. 43 seconds remain here in the second quarter. Looking to try to get the ball inside, nothing doing. They'll continue to swing it around. Davis trying to help open some things up as the ball in the hands of Thompson. Thompson for three, no good. Rebounded by Varney. Varney gets it down to Gardner. Gardner nothing doing, we'll have to get it back up top. Joseph with a deep three ball. No good. But there to get the rebound is Eckenrod. Eckenrod almost losing it. And Scott, I think she was able to hold on and draw a foul. No, what she does is she calls a timeout before she loses. Nope.
No, they're going to call a foul on number 15, Brianna Ware, as Maryville also calls timeout afterwards.
Thank you, Scott, for noticing that. So now a 30-second timeout with 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And we'll be back in just a moment. Back to action. 20 seconds remain here in the second quarter. Shot clock off, and Maryville with the chance for one last shot as Gardner has it at the top. She'll let the clock run a little bit and then go as the play's called. Pick by Eckenrod. She'll go around Eckenrod. Not see anything. Bring it back up top. Get it to Carruthers. Carruthers pumps. Carruthers step back. 3 ball. No good. Rebounded by Eckenrod, and Eckenrod is fouled.
And they're going to call that on number 4. That will be McKenda Martin. That'll be her first.
The other referee said he didn't think it was, but
First free throw no good. Second free throw in. Maryville with a 1-point lead, 0.6, and now 0. As your score at the half, Maryville 31, Brevard 30, and Scott a good, a little bit of a shaky start here, but got some things going, able to kind of get it under control some. Brevard was scoring well throughout the first half, but I think Maryville answered well and has led to a 1-point lead here at the half.
Oh, definitely, Heath. And like you said, Maryville started out. I think the first 7 points Maryville scored all from the free throw line, but they started to get it together a little bit. Eckenrod coming on strong towards the end of it. But the one that impressed me the most was Abbey Joseph, 12 points just in the first half, 4 of 6 shooting, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, or from the three-point arc, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Very good start for her. Courtney Carruthers, also another one that's been playing well this year, throwing 6 points on there. And again, Elsa Eckenrod with 8 points so far. So a good start for Maryville offensively, and keeping Brevard in check for the most part. But Deja Riddick, a really good player for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, a good start for Joseph, as you mentioned, Scott. And one of the exciting things about this team, as we kind of look towards continuing throughout the season, is that this is a team that has a lot of people that are younger and that will be coming back next season as well. And I know it's a little early to talk about that, but it's just exciting to think about. I mean, you've got Abbey Joseph leading all scorers. She's a freshman. You've got Courtney Carruthers with 6. She's a freshman. And Eckenrod and Varney, the other 2 scorers on the board right now for Maryville, both are juniors. And then you look at Brevard and, led by, star Deja Reddick. Reddick, a junior. She was one that was a good scorer last year. She got 11 points so far tonight for the Tornadoes. McKendia Martin has 5. Destiny Williams with 4. Krista Davis with 4. Avery Lockwood with 4. Brenna Ware with 2. Krista Davis and Avery Lockwood, both with only 4 points so far, Scott, apiece. But they do so much for this team down low, and they really make things difficult for the other team.
Oh yeah, most definitely, and hard to kind of get down low and get things going when you've got players like that getting in your way.
Yeah, Davis 4 rebounds so far. Avery Lockwood with 2. Reddick has also come, and Reddick's just a scrappy player, a good shooter, but she's someone else who's not afraid to get down low. Only 5'6", but not afraid to get down low and do the dirty work. And looking at some overall statistics for both teams, again, Maryville with 31 points, Brevard with 30. Maryville shooting 32% from the field, 27% from the three-point arc, and 85% from the free throw line. Where the big difference has laid is with free throws. While Maryville has 12 of 14 so far tonight from the free throw line, Brevard 0 of 5. Brevard done well field goal wise, as they're 48% from the field. Now, three-point line, they're 2 of 12, only 16% there, so that's hurting them as well. But just imagine if they had made those 5 free throws, they'd have the lead.
Oh, yeah, definitely. One of the statistics that stands out a lot to me right now is looking at steals. Brevard's got 8 steals to 3 from Maryville. Those usually turn into points.
Yeah, they've been capitalizing on those, made some things difficult for Maryville. Has 13 turnovers, have scored 13 points off of turnovers from Maryville, who has 9 turnovers total so far tonight. Rebounding wise, Maryville leads that 20-15, 7-5 offensively, and then 13-10 defensively. But Maryville still got to do a better job of keeping the other team outside of the paint and really trying to get some things going. They've done well for the most part, I feel like, defensively, Scott. They've been pretty ferocious on defense. It's just harder when you've got some really good post players like Davis and like Lockwood. They'll continue to have some success, but I know that Coach Trevelyan will talk at half and try to create some things to help disrupt them down low and make it difficult for them in the next 2 quarters.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Look for Maryville to come out ready to play in the second half. They've got their first game, hometown, play in front of your home audience, jitters out of the way. I think they'll come back in. They'll be ready to play. Like you said, Coach Trevelyan will definitely make sure of that.
Well, what we'll do at this point in time is we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will get ready to kick things off here in the third quarter at Maryville College. You're listening to MCScots.com, and your score at the half, Maryville 31, Brevard 30. We'll be back. Welcome back as we're getting ready to begin things here in the third quarter as Maryville leads 31-30 over Brevard. Good first half that started a little slow, but Maryville able to get some things going, and we'll see how they close out the last two quarters. Brevard will start off with the basketball, and in the hands of number 4, Akinda Martin. They're going to give it inside to Reddick. Reddick will try to get it inside to Martin, and intercepted by Gardner. Good way to start. She'll get it to Hicks. Hicks sees nothing, gets it back out. Joseph with a deep 3 ball. No good.
Yeah, shot that one about a half a foot too short there.
To move the ball around, and Seymour with a crossover and a nice move against Joseph there as she left Joseph, got inside and went up and made the layup. Inside to Joseph. Joseph out to Varney, or excuse me, Eckenrod. Eckenrod for 3, no good, and rebounded by Deja Reddick. We'll have to get the ball over to Seymour because Reddick picked up her dribble. And Seymour trying to cross up Hicks, sees nothing, kicks it over to Thompson. Thompson now guarded by Hicks, back over to Seymour. Seymour on the wing. Pump fake, drive.
If they're going to call that foul on Joseph.
Number 14, Abbey Joseph, her first, team first.
That will send Seymour to the line. And Scott, first free throw of the ball game made by Brevard, as they are now 1 of 6. Missed the second free throw.
1 of 7.
And good hustle there by Hicks and Varney working together to prevent Davis from getting that rebound. Coach Trevelyan calls out his play and gets his team ready. Varney looks, gives it to Gardner. Gardner up top to Joseph. Joseph outside to Eckenrod. Looking to get it inside, nothing doing. Back up top. And Gardner will kick it out. Varney for 3. No good. Rebounded by Joseph. Good job by Abbey Joseph. And they're going to say she walked.
Yeah, it's like she started to go somewhere with the ball, but she forgot to dribble, and she took a couple of steps before passing the ball out.
A couple substitutions in the ball game now as Courtney Carruthers and Abby Wandell are in the ball game for Maryville. Coach gets his defense set. 2-point ball game, Brevard leads. Up top to Martin, now over to Thompson. Now they kick it into the left corner to Reddick. Reddick will get it inside, and Seymour, step back jumper. No good, and rebounded by Courtney Carruthers, the freshman guard for Maryville. She'll get it down the court to Eckenrod. Eckenrod around the defense, gives it to Wandell. Wandell, good.
Good play by Eckenrod right there. Good pass, way to see Wandell waiting in a great position for an easy basket.
Yeah, excellent vision by Eckenrod. Tie ball game. Thompson will get it to Reddick. Reddick up top will move it over to Martin. And they're swinging the basketball around, and they'll kick it to the left wing now as wide open was Thompson. Thompson, though, quickly guarded by Eckenrod. She'll have to get it out of her hands. And up and shooting the 3 ball, no good is Seymour. As Carruthers gets the rebound, she's fouled.
Right, Heath, and that'll be by Martin on a reach-in.
The foul is on Brevard, number 4, Akinda Martin. Her second, team first.
That'll be Martin's second foul of the game. Team first for the half.
Abbey Joseph to inbound for Maryville, and she'll get it to Courtney Carruthers.
And corrected, that's first for the quarter.
Talked about the talent in this freshman class, Scott, and a lot of local talent as Carruthers, a Maryville High School student, former Maryville High School student, and Abbey Joseph from William Blount.
Right, also adding to the mix, we've got Clinton, Seymour, Rockwood as well, Greenback, McMinnville, so Knoxville. So quite a lot of local flavor around here for the
Yeah, absolutely.
Scots.
Always nice to see girls from the hometown be able to play for their school and usually have a little bit more pride as well because of being from that area also. Eckenrod goes up with the shot, no good. And a good battle down low, and the ball will stay with Maryville. Joseph drives. Good move. She goes up and makes the basket. Little hesitation and then driving inside there with a pump fake and going up strong and giving the Scots the lead.
Oh, yeah, definitely a good move right there. Saw the lane was open and decided to take it.
Nice inside pass to Seymour, but Seymour is going to go up and is fouled by Abbey Joseph.
Yeah, that'll be Abbey's second foul so far. This will be the team's second for the quarter. Also coming back in for Maryville is Shelby Hicks along with Libby Gardner-Heath.
As we mentioned, Scott struggles from the free throw line as they're now 1 of 8 in the ball game. Brevard 0 of 5 in the first half, 1 of 3 here in the second half, and now 1 of 4. Free throws coming up big so far for Brevard. Just imagine where they'd be as they made those. Barney now with the basketball for Maryville. Barney tries to drive inside. Good defense, forces her right back out. She's going to kick it up top to Gardner. Gardner's going to get it to Carruthers. Carruthers, a little bit of a hesitation move there, and he kicks it over to Hicks. Hicks now outside, but intercepted by Deja Reddick. And here comes Brevard on the fast break. Reddick up with the basket, and good.
Yeah, good shot from her, but I agree with the coach. She did walk. She slid that back leg before she went up. Referees just didn't see it, but, you know, Hicks threw that pass a minute ago and didn't really see what was in front of her before throwing it right to Brevard.
Hicks trying to draw a foul there. Nothing doing, and Brevard back with the basketball and almost stealing the basketball with ferocious defense is Libby Gardner. And Scott, it works out, is there to come help her is Claire Varney. They trap the player, force Reddick to try to get the ball around them, and she throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, threw it to a nice-looking gentleman there in the front row, but nobody else for Brevard was there.
So someone caught the pass, just not the right someone.
Right.
So now Maryville with the basketball, and Libby Gardner has it. She'll hand off to Carruthers. Carruthers gets around the defender, kicks it inside, up, and good by Wandell.
Good play by Wandell. Starting to get a feel more for down low on this, along with having the battle Lockwood underneath.
Thompson with the basketball on the left wing. She'll get it up top to Martin. 14 on the shot clock, and now the ball in the hands of Seymour on the right side. Now 10 on the shot clock. Really having trouble getting that ball inside. Maryville has done much better job in the second half of preventing players like Lockwood from getting it, as they do right there, and they intercepted. A nice bounce pass to Gardner, almost a little too far, but Gardner recovers. She'll get it inside to Wandell. Wandell trying to back down. Lockwood can't do it. Kicks it out. 3 ball. Good.
Good shot by Libby. And Heath, we got a timeout. Looks like a 30-second timeout from Brevard.
Definitely needed if you're Brevard, as the momentum has shifted into the favor of the Scots. But 4:16 remaining here in the third quarter. Maryville 40, Brevard 35. We'll be right back. And we're back as Brevard with the basketball, down by 5. 4 minutes remain here in the third quarter, and they're going to try to get it inside again.
Good play there.
Maryville is making life difficult for the post players of Brevard. And going up with the shot is Wandell, and Wandell won't make it, but she is fouled.
Yeah, and that should be, I believe, the third one on Lockwood.
The foul is on Brevard, number 32, Ingrid Lockwood.
He's coming in for Eckenrod is Abbey Joseph. That was a good play on both ends of the court from Wandale as well.
And now Wandale to shoot 2. First free throw up and no good. Both free throws, nothing doing for Wandale, and Brevard back with the basketball.
Yeah, something Maryville doesn't want to do is trade missed baskets, especially on free throws.
And they'll get the ball in the hands of Seymour. Coming up top is Lockwood trying to get the basketball. And how about the defense from Maryville as Varney picking up the charge?
Oh, yeah, great play all the way around. Joseph was able to knock the ball away. The Brevard player got it, tried to drive in, and Barney was able to pull in and get the charge on that. So good defense all the way around.
Well, and Scott, again, credit the adjustments made by Coach Trevelyan at the half, as there was 22 points in the paint in the first half for Brevard, and he has shut them down so far here in the third quarter. 3 ball, good.
That was Carruthers, so hopefully she's starting to warm up a little bit as well.
Now an 8-point lead for Maryville. We've got about 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Up top, the ball into Thompson's hands. She'll give it to Martin for Brevard. She'll kick it back over to Thompson. Thompson will take a 3 ball. No good. Rebounded by Varney and fast break for Maryville. They'll kick it to Gardner. Gardner, nice pass play, but good defense by Brevard as they block Carruthers. And the scramble down low, ball will go out of bounds, but it will remain with Maryville.
Eighth entering the game back for Brevard, is Deja Reddick.
Reddick will guard the inbounds pass, but getting it out to Carruthers for 3, no good. And Geralds tips the ball away, and so now recovered by Gardner. And Scott didn't make the basket, but a nice pass by Gardner as she knew where Varney was going to be. She threw the ball into the middle of the paint, and you were wondering where she was going with that, but Varney was streaking through and sliced through that defense, took the pass, went up, didn't make it, but drew the foul.
Oh, yeah, excellent play right there, and pulling the foul off of Krista Davis as well.
Free throw up and good. Second free throw good as well for Varney. So now a 10-point lead for Maryville. And getting ready to check in at the scorer's table is Elsa Eckenrod for Maryville College. Pick allows Reddick to get down low, but then blocked by Maryville. And heavily defended is Joseph. She has to get rid of the ball quickly. She gets it to Gardner. Gardner kicks. Varney for 3. No good. But rebounded by Maryville, up and draws the foul.
And a great defensive play by Holland Gerald, blocking the shot and getting that play moving for Maryville. So,
well, Varney will be at the line, and now Elsa Eckenrod does enter the ball game, and now we've got a substitution for Brevard as well.
Right, Heath, as Shakira Thompson re-enters the game back in for McKenda Martin.
Free throw up and good for Varney.
Seems like that rim's not very
good rebound by
on a free throw.
Yeah, good rebound by Joseph there. She tries to see if she can throw it off the defender, but just not quite there. It'll go out of bounds, and Brevard with the ball. Deja Reddick drives. Good defense, but a little bit of a bump there by Carruthers, and she'll be called for the foul.
And hey, that'll be Carruthers' second. That'll be the third foul for Maryville during this quarter.
Thompson with the ball at the top of the key. Coming to help her is Reddick, but she'll hand it off to Victoria Green. Now up to Reddick up top. 7 on the shot clock. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Maryville. As Gerald gets it and gives it to Eckenrod. Ball tipped away by Seymour. Will go out of bounds, and it will remain with the Scots.
Varney driving the ball. He's passing off to Eckenrod, the top of the key. Shooting a 3, just missing. But good play right there from Varney. Looks like Varney going in for the shot. Hey, something good from Maryville. There's the foul caught on Daisha Reddick. That'll be her 3rd foul. But again, the rim not being kind and the basket not being kind to either team during free throws.
Second free throw is good for Varney.
Eighth entering the game back for Brevard is number 10, Elena Perez. She is taking Reddick's place as Reddick has 3 fouls already.
Thompson with the ball. We'll kick it over to Perez. Perez the green. Now over to Thompson on the right wing, and she'll get it to Davis. Davis will try to take Joseph inside.
I think they're going to call Joseph here on a block.
Kind of surprised by that foul. It almost looked kind of like Davis tried to kind of swing around her and bump her out of the way.
Right, that'll be the 3rd on Joseph as Coach Trevelyan brings Shelby Hicks back into the game.
So they inbound the ball and nowhere to go and intercept it. Oh. Gerald gets it and tries to quickly fire it to Eckenrod. Just a little too much mustard on that pass, and it'll go out of bounds. And
Yeah,
Brevard
good
back with
steal
the ball.
from Ware was trying to pass, but then when she turned to pass it, no one was where she thought they should be.
3 ball, no good. And Gerald's had it, just lost it, and Brevard back with the basketball. And losing the ball is Perez, and Maryville back with it. Varney passes to Eckenrod. Eckenrod up. No good, but found.
I think they're going to call that on Krista Davis. That is also her 3rd. There's at least now 3 players for Brevard with 3 fouls.
Free throw up and good for Eckenrod. Second free throw, no good. And Brevard now with the ball. Down by 13. 27 seconds remaining in the 3rd.
Good play right there. Eckenrod was able to still get it to Varney, and Varney goes up but is blocked out of bounds.
So now Varney to inbound. Guarding the inbound pass is number 11. That is Melvia Seymour. And they'll move the basketball around and drive it inside is Carruthers. Carruthers up. Good.
Good left-handed shot as well.
The foul is on Maryville, number 2, Courtney Carruthers, her 3rd, 5 on the team.
Called that one on Carruthers. It's going to be a 1-and-1 shot here. Okay, take that back. I thought that was 1-and-1, but wasn't a shooting foul, but I guess it's 5 for the quarter.
Varney with the ball. And see if she can get a shot up. Oh, just missed it. And your score at the end of 3, Maryville 50, Brevard 36. We're going to take a break. You're listening to MCScots.com.
What happened to that other guy?
Getting ready to get back to action here on the basketball court. Fourth quarter fixing to get underway as Maryville leads 50-36. On the court for Brevard, Shakira Thompson, Elena Perez, Melvia Seymour, Brianna Ware, and Krista Davis. For Maryville, Courtney Carruthers, Holland Geralds, Claire Varney, Elsa Eckenrod, and Shelby Hicks. As Carruthers goes up, no good, and now with the basketball in the hands of Shelby Hicks, we'll get it inside to Eckenrod. Eckenrod will go up. Eckenrod will be fouled.
Yeah, he's going to call that on number 11, Melvia Seymour. And that will be her second foul. That'll be first for the quarter for Brevard.
Free throw up and good for Eckenrod. Another free throw good for Eckenrod. And Maryville continues to pull away. They are now up by 16. Deja Reddick gets it to Williams. Williams with the jumper. No good.
Hey, they're going to call that on number 45, Shelby Hicks. That will be her third. They're saying that she got her on the arm. And in the rebound, not a shot situation.
Free ball for Brevard, no good. Rebounded by Davis. Davis now inside, kicks it. Seymour pump fake and drive, but they're going to say she walked. Vivi Gardner has the basketball. Carney looks to hand it off. She does to Hicks. Hicks will give it to Carruthers. Carruthers now to Eckenrod. Eckenrod around the pick. Gets it inside to Wandell. Wandell trying to back down Davis. And good.
Good shot. Good play by Wandell. This is Maryville continues to stay in a 2-3 zone.
And they're going to probably call that on Wandell.
Yeah, Heath, and that'll be Kelly's second foul for the game.
At the line, number 13, Destiny Williams.
Looks like Varney and Abbey Joseph have re-entered the game, back for Carruthers and Eckenrod.
Making one of two free throws is Williams, but rebounding there is Reddick. No good, and Maryville gets it. Varney going to drive. Take it up. No good, but rebounded by Wandell. Wandell goes up. No good. Rebounded by Davis. Martin for three. Good.
Three-pointer by McKenya Martin.
And it looks like Coach calling for the full court press here. And they're going to back off just a little bit here, but they're watching Gardner as she goes to cross half court. And Martin staying closely on Gardner. Gardner will get it over to Joseph. Joseph pump fake. Oh, and they're going to call a walk on her as well. Scott, they've been calling that walk a lot tonight.
They have, but all she did was move the ball from the left to the right and then started to pick her foot up, and they caught her. And I've kind of wondered about some of the calls against Brevard as well on that, but they're apparently looking at that very closely.
Yeah, that's been a big call tonight for both teams. 7:40 remains here, and Maryville leads 54-40. Brevard with the ball, and driving inside is Seymour. Seymour almost losing the handle and has to bring it back out. She'll give it to Martin. Martin tries to cross court, but intercepted by Maryville. Fast break opportunity. Eckenrod tries to go up. And Scott, it looks like Brevard wasn't set, so it's going to be a foul on Brevard.
Yeah, that's going to be on Destiny Williams. And that'll be her fourth foul. She didn't sound like she was too happy with it, though.
Well, it looks like what the referee's saying is that she tripped her. So there's going to be a timeout from Brevard. We'll take one with them. You're listening to MCScots.com, and your score with 7:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. Maryville 54, Brevard 40. Back to the action. 7:23 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a 14-point lead.
Good
Make that
right
16
there
for Maryville as Varney quickly with the inbound goes up and makes the basket.
Yeah, good vision by Libby Gardner there, seeing Varney cut behind the defense.
Reddick inside. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Eckenrod. Gardner with the ball up top. Kicks it over to Eckenrod. Pump fake. Eckenrod bringing it back up top, and she'll move the ball around. Abbey Joseph with the ball. Joseph backing down her defender and tries to fit it over to Waddell, but intercepted by Reddick. And Reddick on the fast break goes up. Almost have made the basket with an and one opportunity, but just rims out. But she will go to the line to shoot two.
Right, and they're going to call that on Eckenrod. Eckenrod just really a little too close to her back. Referee saw that as a push, so she's going to get called for that. That actually is Eckenrod's first for the game.
Free throw up and good for Reddick. Second free throw, no good, and Carruthers with the rebound. And Varney on the right wing with the ball will get it at the free throw line to Eckenrod. Eckenrod will kick it out, and Varney pump fakes it up and blocked, but man, she was hacked that time as Seymour can't believe it, but we certainly can. Foul on Seymour, and that'll send Varney to the line.
The foul is on Brevard, number 13. That'll be a Seymour, her third, team third.
And that would be Seymour's third foul as well tonight. So now 4 players from Brevard with 3 fouls or more.
First free throw good for Varney.
Good move by Eckenrod, able to get the rebound and was fouled by Lockwood. Or no, they're going to call that on. They'll call that one on Daisha Riddick. Now gives her 4 fouls.
Free throw is good. Second free throw good as well. And now an 18-point game for Maryville. And a new substitution in for Brevard.
Yeah, here's Victoria Green coming in. She's taking Reddick's place. I take that back. She didn't take Reddick's place.
Green has the ball on the right. Good defense as they'll get it to Lockwood. Lockwood kicks it across court to Martin. Martin for 3. No good. Rebounded by Joseph. Ball now in the hands of Libby Gardner as she crosses half court. She'll kick it over to Joseph. Joseph hands it right back off. And now Varney on the right. Tries to get it inside, but now Reddick comes away with the steal. And Reddick goes up with the shot as she hesitates but misses the layup. She'll get her own rebound. She'll kick it out to Thompson. Thompson over to Martin. Martin looks to get back inside to Reddick. Reddick guarded, but she'll turn around with the jumper and make it.
Yeah, Reddick is a really good player here.
Yeah, she's had a good night so far, up to 14 points. 3 ball by Joseph, no good, rebounded by Eckenrod. Eckenrod will take it up, and good.
Good move right there with the left hand. Also really coming out in the second half.
Yeah. Shot up and no good, rebounded by Eckenrod. And as you mentioned, Scott, Eckenrod having a really good second half here. Gardner with the ball, throws it across to Carruthers. Carruthers looking to try to get it inside to Joseph, and she does. Joseph guarded by Lockwood. Joseph trying to get around Lockwood and go up with the shot. No good, but there to get the rebound is Carruthers and make the basket.
Yeah, she took that shot. She kind of looked like she messed a little bit with her ankle as she turns to look at Coach Pavilion, kind of points down that way.
Yeah, it was an ankle or a cramp, something that's caused her to kind of pull up just a little bit, but she'll stay in. Reddick with the shot and good. And yeah, she's still hobbling. I think Coach Pavilion may get her out in just a minute. And yeah, she confirms it's a cramp, so he's going to get her out of the game and let her recover. Yeah. So now,
I'm sorry, Wandale and Hicks fixing to re-enter the game.
Well, thank you. That's what I was about to see, try to figure out as who was coming in. So Wandale and Hicks now in the ball game. Scott, it's been a tough first half and a really good second half for Maryville.
Oh yeah, definitely up by 1 point at halftime. Now up by 18 points. A really big swing, 17-point swing just between the two halves. We talked a little bit about, coming out in the second half, changing things a little bit. Coach Pavilion looks like he went into a zone defense, and it's really affected Brevard.
And here's a fun stat for you too, Scott. Points in the paint at the end of the first half, 22-6. Since then, now your total is 28-18.
Very nice.
So talk about the defenses. They've only allowed 6 points in the paint in the second half while responding with 14 of their own.
Eckenrod throwing the ball, trying to get it into Wandale, overshot her. as the ball goes out of bounds. Brevard's ball underneath the basket.
Gardner will give it over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod tries to get it inside to Wandell. She does. Wandell tries to get around, go up with the shot. No good. And coming away with the rebound is Destiny Williams. Williams will give the ball to Thompson.
Oh, yeah, very close to getting a over-the-back call, though, after that shot.
Perez will get it up top to Green, but stolen by Varney. Varney on the fast break opportunity. She's fouled.
Ooh, and fouled hard, too. She hit the floor very hard there. And that foul will be on Perez. I take that back, Victoria Green. I thought that was Perez that came up on her.
First free throw, no good. Second free throw, no good. And to inbound the ball will be Deja Reddick for Brevard.
He's entering the game back for Brevard is number 4. That is McKenna Martin.
Williams with the ball on the left side of the wing, and she'll get it over to Destiny Williams. Williams looks to take it inside, go up with the shot. That's going to be on Joseph. I think that's her third. Oh, fourth.
It'll be her fourth foul. Eckenrod comes back in. She is replacing Varney.
And Brevard to inbounds. They'll get it to Reddick. Reddick gets it over to Martin. Martin back to Reddick. Reagan has an open three there. She'll take it, and she'll make it. Joseph inbounds the ball to Eckenrod. Carruthers with the ball. Carruthers drives, goes up, draws the foul.
I think they're going to call that on number 22, Victoria Green. And that will be her third foul of the game.
Second free throw good for Carruthers. Coming back to the scorer's table to check in a moment is Abbey Joseph as Brevard with the ball, and Martin has it. She'll get it over to Thompson, and she'll kick it on the outside to Seymour. Seymour will drive. Seymour kicks it to Williams. Williams somehow able to get that in all of that traffic, but not able to make the basket. And coming away with the rebound after a good battle there is Kelly Wandell. Libby Gardner cross court to Carruthers. Carruthers, three ball. No good. Rebounded by Wandell. Wandell back outside.
Good job underneath by Wandell there.
And Gardner now with the ball. She'll get it to Wandell. Wandell right back to Gardner, but a little bit of traffic there, and Brevard's able to come away with it. They'll kick it outside. Three ball for Seymour. No good. And rebounded by Eckenrod. Here comes Maryville. Minute 32 remaining here in this ball game. 64-48. Maryville leads. Gardner drives. Gardner goes up, and Gardner is tackled.
Oh, yeah, but one of the things is on Melvina Seymour, she was in the air before Gardner ever got there. That made for an easy. And that will be Seymour's fourth foul as well. As exiting the game for Maryville is Wendell and Hicks. Entering the game back is Abbey Joseph and
Looks like Claire Varney back in the game as well.
That's what I was going to say, Claire.
Second free throw good for Gardner. And Maryville up by 17 with 1:23 remaining here in this ball game.
If they're going to call a reach-in foul on Brevard's Destiny Williams, and that will be her 5th foul.
Going to the line for Maryville, number 14, Abbey Joseph.
Elena Perez will be entering in, replacing Williams.
Joseph at the line. New player entering the ball game here in just a moment. Second free throw, no good. And Martin now with the ball for Brevard as we're under a minute to play. She'll get it over to Perez. Perez back up top to Reddick. Reddick drives, loses the ball. Scott, they're going to call a foul on Livy Gardner, but it looks like Reddick was the one who lost the handle of the ball and kicked it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Well, we kind of caught on her foot or something. But anyway, Haley Harmon has now entered the game for Maryville. Harmon is a freshman guard out of Cincinnati, Ohio, out of Harrison High School.
No good on the free throw, but rebounded by Perez. Perez goes up, no good. And now Eckenrod with the ball, and she'll give it to Harmon. Harmon right back to Eckenrod, now to Gardner. Gardner kicks it over to Eckenrod, and they're just going to let the clock tick down a little bit here.
About a
Keep swinging it.
15-second differential.
They'll kick it out to Harmon. Harmon for three, no good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams to Seymour. Seymour up. No good. Rebounded by Williams, and Williams will make the basket. Excuse me, that was actually Martin. Makindia Martin with the basket. Now under 10 seconds to go, and Gardner with the ball.
And Heath, as they've been calling these travel calls tonight, a little bit of double bounce in her step, but Maryville need not worry.
And that will do it. Your final score here, Maryville College 65, Brevard College 50. A game that was 31-30 at the half. Maryville College figured some things out and took off in the second half and did not look back. A really good showing on the home opener for the Scots.
Oh, definitely. Hey, it's a very good game for Maryville tonight. All the way around. Took them a little bit to get started in the first half, but in the second half definitely came out and made it a really nice game.
And Scott, real quick, we're going to bring in Coach Trevelyan here on the headset with us. And Coach, great win in the home opener tonight for you guys.
Yeah, we'll definitely take it after a first half where I thought we were very stale, especially in the first quarter. Just we didn't make layups, we didn't catch balls that were right to us. Just I don't know, very very flat start. But I thought it kind of picked up as we went. I was really impressed with what we did defensively in the second half. You know, I know in that third quarter for the longest time they'd only scored 5 points, so that part was really good.
Yeah, Coach, one of the things I was going to mention defensively, at the end of the first half, they had 22 points in the paint. Second half, they only had 8. So defensively, really some big adjustments on the inside, preventing Lockwood and Davis from really getting going.
Yeah, we did a better job of kind of covering down. I mean, you take your chances then and say, well, they're going to shoot a bunch of threes. What happens? And then you got to rebound, long shot, long rebound. So it's kind of a calculated risk, and you know it worked out today.
Hey, absolutely, yeah. They were struggling from the outside. I think they were 16% from the three-point line in the first half,
Right.
and that continued in the second half.
Right.
You really took off and got things going, not only defensively, but I think the defense kind of led to the offense as you all got a lot of scoring in the second half.
Absolutely. You know, the thing that we try to do is we try to contest the first shot, grab a rebound, and then run. And I mean, that's all we talk about all the time is contest the first one, make it a tough two, grab the rebound, and then run your lanes and go. The game's a lot easier if you can hold teams to one shot and you can sprint the other way.
Well, Coach, you've got some talented freshmen that people have been talking about with Abbey Joseph and Courtney Carruthers, but another one I want to mention that's not a freshman that really started to pick things up in the second half was Elsa Eckenrod. How about her play?
Awesome. You know, I said to the girls at halftime, I said, if not for the energy of Abbey Joseph and Elsa Eckenrod, we're not even in this game right now because the two of them brought great energy, great effort, just enthusiasm about getting to play a kid's game. And so it had to be infectious, and I thought we did a better job playing off of them in the second half, and everybody kind of bought into that energy.
Well, Coach, a fantastic game for you all tonight, and we look forward to seeing you all on Saturday.
We'll be here.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, good to see you guys.
That was